one of the most important things in raising turkeys, or any type of poultry, is giving it a good start. That starts with the right nutrition, the right environment, and good sanitation. So right now we're standing in what we call the brooder house, or sometimes called the peep shack. To be honest with you, right now I'm surrounded by baby chickens, not turkeys. But they look very similar, and raising them from a chick to on pasture is a very similar process. First, we'll start with the structure here. This building was built with the intent to keep the birds very, very warm and make it easy for us to sanitize. So below the sawdust, there's concrete. The walls are tin, and we can foam it with a sanitizer, clean it from top to bottom. In this structure, when the baby peeps arrive, they're usually about that big, and they require extreme heat, 99.5 degrees for a turkey. So the building is set up with what's called a brooder stove. We have 3 different stoves hanging from the ceiling that provide the warmth from overhead so that those birds feel like they're under the wings of their mother. Meanwhile, the floor of the structure has in-floor heat, so hot water pipes, and we can keep the floor a constant 85 degrees and run the heaters as what we would consider a spot heater to provide that additional warmth. So for the first week, the birds are kept at about 99.5 degrees, and then you drop the temperature about 10 degrees each week after that. By the 3rd or 4th week, the birds generate enough body heat themselves to actually heat the structure, and then from there they're going to go outside to be hardened off. Usually the birds spend about 4 weeks in this structure before they go outside. During that time, at first they eat from the floor, in which food is dropped from the feeder directly to the ground. And after about 10 days, they start to eat from these feeders, which we raise in different heights. Same with the water line. It's important that they always get fresh, clean water. So we can run this, and they can reach it at a different height based on the age of the bird. We just raise it up and down. So they'll spend their first 4 weeks in here, and then we move them outside to harden off. When we move them outside, you'll see it's close to this structure, so we keep an eye on them. And from there, they'll go out to pasture to finish. The next stop in a turkey's life cycle is right here next to the brooder house. So it's not far from home, but far enough out that they're exposed to the elements, the rain, the sunshine during the day, other animals, excitement, and the cool nights. So this is what we call hardening off the turkey. So they come out here for a couple weeks where we can keep a close eye on them, and from here we're going to take them to the pasture where they're going to finish off and have a better chance of surviving the elements, the predators, and everything out there. Here we are at the next stop for the turkeys, out on pasture. Here on approximately 10 acres, they roam around pecking at the ground for bugs, seeds, and grasses as well. So here, this is the exact same pasture mix we plant for beef. It's ideal for the turkey because the grasses provide some carbohydrates, and the legumes like clover and alfalfa provide protein in the form of nitrogen. These are all very important to the turkeys, but to digest them and get everything they need, it's important that they also have access to gravel. That's right, the turkeys eat what's called grit. If you think about it, a turkey has no teeth, so to chew up the grass, to chew up their food, they put in their crop, and those stones work together to grind up the food and make it so that they can pass it. So here behind me, you'll see a variety of turkeys. We've got the broad-breasted bronze, which is our cross between a true heritage and a standard market turkey, and the broad-breasted white, which is your traditional market turkey. These turkeys are raised because they provide a faster growth and plenty of breast meat. So these birds will spend a majority of their life out here on pasture where they're moved every single day. They're here from weeks 6 to 18, so about 3 months on pasture before they go to your dinner table. A majority of the turkey's diet comes from the food that we mill for them. They also get kitchen scraps. So it looks like yesterday we were processing some pickles and tomato sauce. But a majority of their diet does come from the non-GMO grains that we mill for them. So this is a diet that we mill here on the farm that consists of soybean meal, roasted soybeans, wheat middlings, cracked corn, and then there's some what we call scratch grains in there. So we'll put some whole kernel wheat and barley in there as well for them to search for. But every day we have to come through and move these feeders and the water to keep the pasture healthy and to keep the birds healthy.